Previously on Two Elves and a Dwarf.
We should probably get going. We should probably move onward. Should we head back to the labyrinth, or...
I think we should continue forward.
Well, you're passed down. Great.
Yeah, you're right. Don't leave me.
And we've also gone through all the doors.
But there's the
Except
hallway
the tunnel.
continuing
Oh, the
onward.
hallway continued. Okay,
So-
that's right.
I mean, we
Well,
still know our way back.
Let's wake this idiot up. Hey!
I pee on him a little bit.
Do I wake up?
Okay.
Yeah, you wake up, but your arm is stuck in the stone.
Physically, I'm just gonna try and pull.
Okay?
I don't know.
You're pulling.
Nothing.
Nothing. Hurts a little bit.
If I lose another
I
arm,
say-
I swear.
I say, hey, Ebby. Or Ebmer, sorry.
Too
soon!
Too soon. Peter, it's crying
Hey,
fit.
hey, capital E, capital B, Mer. Help me out with this. And then I pick up...
No.
I pick
No.
up one of the
No.
maces.
No.
And I say, we gotta break you out of this.
No.
Irish.
Fuck off. I'm not losing another
Alright,
arm,
then I'm
okay?
gonna go ahead and swing down right next to his hand.
Give me a d20.
I swear.
3.
I will quit.
Alright, you bring it down a little closer than you thought to his
I'm not
arm.
gonna lose another.
But you're starting to
freaking
chip
arm.
away at it a little bit.
Alright, I'm just gonna
Just accept
try
it.
and soften it up. I'm not gonna go hard, full liquid, but mud. I'm just going for mud.
Not going hard, not full liquid.
I don't know. It's a little contradiction.
Just a little softer than stone.
Look, Quicksander.
That's a 9.
Okay, so you
pass
soften
out.
it up, and it turns a little liquid, and you're able to pull your arm out.
Did I pass out again?
No, but you are feeling gaunt.
You're gonna die if you
Perfect.
try
Good
again.
Hey, I'm strengthening my powers, man.
At what
Have
cost?
powers.
All
Cost
right.
of me getting better.
Well, now that Pyrish is out of the stone, I drop the mace and it just makes a loud thud, boom, onto the ground. And let's carry on.
Okay,
My goal is to
What is our
shatter
goal?
the
Should we
whole
go-
Earth in half.
Forward and onward.
should we
Let's
go
keep heading
to the
down the
labyrinth or to the hall?
Hallway.
Let's continue
we-
on with the hall.
Because we still know how to get back this way. If we
Okay.
hit the labyrinth, we're not going to know how to get
All right. So you guys continued onward down this hall, and this has been the longest journey of the whole tunnel so far. It's been hours and hours. Like, I'm gonna say 9 hours of walking. You've had to stop and take a break, and finally you get to the end of this hall, and it's just a huge double stone door. After Peter and Ember open up the door to reveal inside, your jaws drop at what's inside. There's a beautiful stream flowing. There's lush greens. There's beautiful trees. There are birds chirping. They're flying over. There's a smell of sweet fruit. And there's earthy vegetables. You see horses running in this distance. And it is just a beautiful scene that's just pulling you in. And all of you walk in and the door slowly shut behind you. And all you can think is you're home at last. As the door kind of closes behind you, the whole scene really opens up, and you don't even recognize that you're in a room anymore. What you see is really, really incredible. In front of you is this big open farm field. You see this huge cabin that looks like 3 separate cabins all kind of connected together. 4 cabins. And there's a smell in the air. It smells like some nice warm cheese is blowing from the cabin. And you see this beautiful big horse come trotting up to you, Balaran, and you recognize that this is Windjammer, your old steed.
Windjammer.
He licks your face and kind of nuzzles under your arm. And in the distance, you see smoke rising from this town, and you see Chester there just as you left it about 10 years ago.
Really?
And you see, as you kind of like walk around the valley, as you start to descend into the city, you see this massive line coming out of this beautiful big tavern, as people are just lined up to get the master chef's food. Business is booming. Gertrude over at the marketplace has fresh new ingredients, a bunch of vegetables, fruits, fish, everything.
So much fish.
And
Costco.
Everything is just
Sea
looking
trout?
so
Are there
good.
sea trout?
Is there chicken this
And
time?
you see Alhan chilling in the center of the square, hanging out. The old captain of the guard that used to be, that Emmer used to work for.
Because that's who that is.
He's just sharpening his 2 axes, and he's just looking at you and kind of like smirking, like, you're not at your post.
Yeah, I'm playing.
And it's just
Oh my god.
this feeling of home. You hear Peter start crying a little bit as Ebby trots over to him, and he picks him up in her up in his arms and starts crying, and he's like, I'm gonna be back, and he just takes off running with Ebby. It's kind of like this trot of just glee.
Frolic.
He goes out of sight. And how do you guys react to being home?
I'm buying it.
Depends.
And
I don't
the
know. Are
weirdest thing,
we
too.
suspicious or are we like how are we feeling?
How do you
Well,
feel?
do you guys know this place? I don't know what's
Well,
going
that's
on.
the weirdest thing of this all. Rendon, you see your family in the marketplace, and for the first time ever, your dad is like smiling at you and is like waving at you and says, "Son, get over here."
Now I'm real suspicious about this place.
And like no one's looking at your legs, no one's nothing. Everything is just nice.
And how
I
many
appreciate it, but I ain't feeling it. Go ahead.
and how many people are buying cheese?
There's no one selling cheese in the marketplace. There's your
No,
old
like
stand where you
that.
used to sell it. So.
Covered in
Rip.
dirt.
How do these people? How are you a fine tavern without any cheese?
That's
Easy.
why we're a fine tavern.
Easy.
Damn.
I'll walk over to my family then.
I'm gonna go check out my old tavern.
Alright, so Renton, you walk over and your dad just embraces you and gives you this big, big hug and says, "Where have you been? We missed you so much."
I'm just kind of frozen. I like look at him like, you guys don't remember that just left when I was 10?
No, yeah, I can't believe we let you leave after all that, man. It was heartbreaking for you, me and your mom. And this is your new little sister, by the way. Her name is Anna Maria.
Well, alright. Don't know how to take this news.
She's about 3 years old. Really,
shit.
really young.
Okay.
But
How are her
he's like,
legs?
how about you come into the tavern
How are
with
her
us
legs?
and we'll get some dinner. We can really catch up.
Well, alright.
Okay. And so he kind of leads you in, puts an arm over you. And, you know, you didn't have the best childhood, but this is just
No.
like, I can imagine, pretty nice for Renton, right?
Yeah, it's pretty overwhelming. He's never had anyone look at him normal for his legs being all quibbly wobbly and bow-legged.
Mhm. And so no one's even recognizing that. They just lead you right into the tavern. Brayden, as you kind of walk past Renton and his family, your whole staff is just standing there, ready to be ordered around. They all applaud as you walk in, and they're like, "Finally, he's here! The greatest chef in all of the Western Coast!"
I'm totally buying it. Like, I'm buying into this so hard.
Hey, we have got the best thing just came in from the capital. Come check this out. And
Alright.
your lead, your head waiter leads you into the backyard, and there are 6 massive blood boars just sitting in your kitchen. This is prime meat that you haven't had in Chester in years. Like, we need the master carver right now, and that's you. We need to make a menu. We need to make prices, and we have a line that we haven't seen in years. What do we do, chef?
You got it. All right, I'm on top of it.
Just don't fuck it up.
No pressure.
10 gold for a sandwich.
They all pull out notebooks and they start taking notes. What do you want on this sandwich? What bread? Do we use the standard
Rye.
program? Rye. We love it. What do you say next?
I don't want to taint it with any nasty rabbit food, so it's literally going to be rye,
Okay.
some oil-based vinaigrette,
Okay.
and
Vinaigrette's
some
We had Subway or something. What the freak is going on?
Can I
vinaigrette, and then rye with.
Can I get the Italian urban cheese?
Perfect. Okay.
Toasted.
They start writing all this down. They're like, we're going to get this set up stat. What about? So I was thinking this might be a starter. Or
Yes,
is this an entree?
it's an entree, but it's on the cheaper side. We'll do some sliders for an appetizer.
Sliders. Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Sliders.
Masterful idea, sir.
Okay, so
I
I don't
know.
mean to interject because it's not my place, but like, You don't get sliders as an appetizer for a sandwich.
Hey, when you have a successful inn, you can decide what you make.
Okay, because like they're little sandwiches. You're not like, man, I want some little sandwiches.
With my
And then I
sandwich.
want a bigger sandwich.
But this is the bigger sandwich.
This is
special.
the sandwich.
That's all I'm saying.
Dude, I like
And
spam.
as you're going down throughout the whole menu with them, they're just eager taking notes. And as soon as you're done, they hustle and bustle off and starting to get things prepared for these people. Alhan walks up to you, Edmer, as you're kind of just standing there looking at the market. He puts two hands and kind of
Pop them off.
He's like,
I ain't playing this.
same as ever. Oh, Edmer,
You dead.
I'm very much alive.
I don't buy it.
I am. Look at me.
You just touched him.
I'm gonna
How about
punch,
this?
I'm gonna punch him in the gut.
How about this? We arm wrestle. If I beat you, I'm alive. If you beat me, you've touched my physical body. I'm also alive.
You dead, boy.
Let's do this. Go ahead and give me a strength test.
He's a smart man and knocked his dice off.
What do I roll for a strength test?
Just roll your d20 and add your strength.
I lost.
He goes ahead, and as soon as you put it on, you've arm wrestled with Alhan multiple times. You're usually about even. But this time, after a good 40 minutes of going back and
40
forth,
minutes.
you guys are both strong boys. And he finally bests you and puts it down. How do you react to this?
Nah. I know you're dead. I've seen your body.
Well, Edmer, today's a very special day. And, you know, you're a hilarious dwarf. And I appreciate you around
Call
here.
me short.
And, no, I'm not. But you are short. I am now calling you short.
Okay, I respect that.
So,
I respect that.
Edmer, what we're having a gathering at the inn tonight. In your honor, we're bestowing upon you the ward of gatekeeper. We're going to give you the keys to the city, as you are the best guard we've had in a century.
Where do you think we are right now? Alhan, if that's your name.
My name is Alhan, and we are in the beautiful city of Chester, where we both live, friend. So what say? I'll see you at the inn tonight, 5 o'clock?
Yeah, we'll see.
Perfect. Well, don't stand here. Keep an eye out. I don't trust these people,
I
alright?
don't trust you. So.
He gives you a wink, pats you on the shoulder, and walks away. Alright, so now we go over to you, Balaron. After Windjammer is nuzzling you and stuff, you see off into the distance this beautiful buck just galloping through the fields, heading off into the forest. And as Windjammer kind of follows your gaze, he kind of pushes you with his head and doesn't say anything, but kind of like gesturing you to get on him so we can go get this buck.
I'm going.
Okay, so you
I'm riding into the distance.
so you swing up onto your old steed and you just full gallop off into this book. So go ahead and give me a D20 to you're used to this. Windjammer is very good steed, but go ahead and give me a D20 to knock your arrow and bow as you're chasing after this big buck.
That'd be a 2.
Perfect. Okay. So you pull your bow out, but you're kind of clumsy. So Windjammer, sensing your kind of hesitancy, he slows down and stops. You string your bow, and then he continues on with it. You're going through the woods. You're zigging back and forth. The buck is just a handful yards away from you. But
Yeah, I love that.
It's a measure different.
Like 10 yards ahead of you.
we'll say, yeah, 10. But go ahead and give me a attack roll to see if you can hit this buck going through the forest.
That's a 10.
It's only 10 yards, so
Okay.
There you go.
So you loose the arrow and it flies, hits the buck true, and it collapses and rolls over.
10? Dude,
What
I
do
love
you do
this
now?
place.
well, it's 6 more than a 4, so it's not. It's
pretty
entirely
magical.
out of the realm of
I'm
possibility.
gonna go make sure it's dead.
Okay, you get off Windjammer and you walk over to this beautiful buck, and yeah, you've hit true. Perfect shot, and it is dead.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna take it back to my house.
Okay.
And do the proper cleaning and skinning and tanning and
Okay.
such.
Perfect. So, how do
Oh, yeah,
you go
'cause that's
about
all.
this?
And
That all takes
bathing.
5 minutes.
I'm gonna pick it up, swing it over my
Especially the
shoulders
tanning.
like Aragorn.
Okay, so this is a
Two.
big buck.
I'm a strong man.
Are you though?
Okay,
I'm
so this is a
strong
big
medium
buck.
elf.
So you're not going to be able to just one hand pick it up, throw it over your shoulder.
Fling it over Windjammer.
I'll use both hands.
Oh, that fixes it.
So you try to pick it up with both hands. You're trying to crouch. You're pulling. You straighten your back a little bit. You get it up a little bit, and then Windjammer comes to your age, and
Your age?
you put it onto his back, and you then
Well, I mean, that was my plan.
walk with Windjammer.
I was gonna like pick it up and then walk it over to the
You want to
horse.
use like a
but,
sled
but you know,
or
whatever.
like a real hunter would?
No, you were gonna put it on your shoulder and ride Windjammer
You
back.
and you start to head back
Craziest
to your
sight.
cabin. Cletus, you smell this wonderful smell in the air coming from your cabin, and it's the secret recipe for your cheese. And you can tell that it is very new, and it is perfect time for tasting and selling and whatever you do for your cheese.
Whatever I do. I'm a little suspicious because you don't cook cheese, so I don't know why I would smell.
It's your keen sense as a cheese master.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
It's
smell
a
the
skill
process.
only to the finest cheese masters in all the land.
In all of Chester, let's say.
You can smell the process.
I'm not that brave. Anyways, I go back into the cabin.
Okay, so you walk in and it's just how you left it. You've got all your belongings tucked away in your room. You have the stairs leading down into the cheese cellar, where your finery, as you'd say.
Yes.
And you open up the finery doors, and it is beautiful, just how you left it. All the cheeses are there, and you've got pepper jack, provolone, cheddar, mild cheddar, medium cheddar, heavy cheddar,
Heavy cheddar. All right.
Thick cheddar, light
Two
cheddar,
C's.
Creamy
Swiss.
cheddar.
triple D
You've got all
cheddar.
of this stuff. You got your secret.
Real quick, is there American?
What about
No.
Okay,
But there is
I'm
the
just
Chester brand.
What's an American?
Chester.
and squeezy cheese maybe?
There is
String cheese,
Monterey Jack.
cottage,
I think it's Colby
goldfish,
Jack
crackers.
actually.
Either one. I think they're both cheeses.
I don't. Yeah.
But you've got
it's
all
good
your
one.
cheeses before you, and it's beautiful.
I'm
I
gonna
still think we're
roll.
at Subway.
I'm going to roll a wisdom check to make sure, or to try and not cry.
Okay.
That's wisdom.
A strength check.
wise.
I'm wise, so I don't cry.
Okay, well that's a 16. Do I cry?
Yes, you do.
Oh.
You lose it.
I
That was a
mean-
fantastic roll, but you are so emotional. You thought this cheese was
Chester
gone
wept.
forever, and you wept. You weep,
And
and you lose
wept.
control, and you fall to your knees,
You had a weepy
and you
wep.
sleep.
Can that be written in the book of the annals of history, saying and Cletus wept?
And Cletus wept. It's true.
Cletus wept.
Um,
We just went there. Okay.
And so we then switch back over to Renton. Your father leads you into the tavern, and he has a reserved booth waiting for you. And you
Alright.
guys pull up into this booth, and you start chilling. And he kind of waves over to the young waiter, who runs over and says, "What can I help you with?" "Well, we're going to have whatever he wants. It's his special day. Order whatever you want, son. It's on me. In fact, looks like he's got some hair on his chest, so bring me a whole flagon of your finest mead."
Oh fuck yeah, I'm down. I'm game for this.
He's like, "Okay, sir. Hang the expense. Whatever your chef recommends, we will have."
What do you
The
recommend,
waiter at
chef?
this point then hustles back to behind the kitchen and says, "We probably got the best table in the house right now, sir. We've got this guy who wants a flagon of the most expensive mead we have, and to order whatever you want. He didn't even look at the menu."
Ooh. All right. Oh, damn. What's an expensive part of a pig?
The whole thing.
The
The
entire
the,
pig.
the
belly.
dingus.
The belly.
All right, so I'm gonna. Fucking fine.
Grill up some pork rinds.
"Well, sir, we could do like a...
Perfect.
I don't know. We could do like a nice pork chop. Maybe glaze that with some like a cranberry sauce."
Oh, it's too dry. Too dry.
Oh.
What we're gonna do?
well, screw my idea then. What do you have, sir?
We're gonna cut
Sorry,
off.
here's the chef here.
We're gonna turn. We're gonna whatever part the bacon comes from.
You don't know where bacon comes from?
Okay,
pig?
okay, we can get bacon. We can get bacon.
Okay, some bacon, and then I want thin strips of some other nice part of this pig,
Okay.
Good.
Inspirational.
wrapped in circles, in like a medallion,
Okay,
and then
so we're
you
gonna
put
do-
bacon around that.
So we're gonna do a pork medallion wrapped in bacon.
Yes, but it was rolled, and so in the center you fill it with fine herbs and stuff.
I'm just imagining like
A nice sauce. It's kind of like a lava cake, but with meat.
Okay, so we want a lava pork medallion, bacon wrapped pastry cake.
We'll
Hang
make
the
a
pastry.
wine sauce instead of
Okay, so
chocolate.
like a red wine reduction. So I love that idea. sir.
not
See,
chocolate.
this is why you are the master.
This is why I am in
I would not
charge.
have thought of this. Okay.
I was just imagining like a cinnamon
we'll
roll
get
made
to
out of pork.
No, I'm trying to recreate my meal that I had at Stoneground. The last time we went, remember the lamb that I had? That's kind of what I'm thinking.
This
Just wrap that
episode
in
brought you
bacon
by Stone Ground.
and make it with pork.
Italian kitchen.
An Italian restaurant. It's
All
very
right, we'll
tasty.
get right to that. What for the mead? I was thinking you could bring in some nice cedar wine from the cellars.
That's not a
That's
mead.
wine, sir.
It's wine, but
Whatever's the most expensive.
well,
They're
Will
peasants.
do.
They don't know.
well, there's the Black Forest mead.
Perfect. Like the gummy bear brand.
Yeah, Black Forest.
Or the ham.
Or the cake.
Perfect.
He goes down to the cellar and brings up a dusty little barrel about the size of like a 2-liter bottle.
Is that a flagon?
And he
How
says,
much is that?
that
How much
this
is that worth?
good 6,000 gold
Yeah.
for this whole barrel.
Can we step it down and put that one in my pocket? My pocket.
But he said, hang the
All right.
expense.
Okay.
The expense. So
All right.
we're going to give it to him.
All right,
And the
yes,
best thing
do it.
about it,
Yeah.
he pulls out another one from behind his back and says, this one tastes just like this one. We'll give them both to them, but this one is vodka. We'll see how it goes.
Perfect.
Do it.
Perfect.
Vodka
And we'll
tastes
say
like
this name is
mead.
Charles. Charles takes these two flagons, these two small barrels, and takes them out to the table and presents them to the Renton and his lovely family. Here you go. Here's the drinks.
Hey, thanks, pal.
You're welcome. What can we get you to eat? You look like you haven't had a good meal in, I want to say, like 3 years.
Yeah, I've been chilling in the mountains. Not really sure how I got back
Can
here.
I recommend the special tonight?
Special.
Lay it on me. What does this special entail?
Our master chef is presented with a pork medallion wrapped in bacon, with inside a red wine reduction sauce. It's kind of like a lava cake you referred to.
You made that sound a lot better than I
I was gonna take some meat and wrap it around.
Put some meat on some meat.
We'll throw some herbs in there.
and
Fill
then
it
just
with wine.
fucking get drunk off it, you know?
Fill it with alcohol. It's good. It's a good meal.
Okay.
We also
yes.
got a nice sea trout.
That's right. Sea trout and
Well,
butter.
Since I take it there's 4 of us, yes?
Yeah. There's
Well,
the
let's do-
little Anna Maria, your mom, and your pa.
Let's do 2 sea trout and 2 of the special.
You're
split
on it. You got it, boss. And he winks at you and walks away.
I like his charisma.
Very good.
He
charismatic.
goes and presents the ticket to you, and you start cooking the inspired meal.
I see dollar signs in my eyes.
We're gonna go now to
It's in a Mr. Krabs.
Emmer. How do you react to now just one having a 45-minute arm wrestle, and 2 being awarded as gatekeeper, which
Arm's a
in
little
Chester
sore.
you know is like the highest
used to
honor
it.
a guard can have.
But I'm about to Mulan up in here.
What?
Donny Osmond.
You're gonna cut your hair.
We're gonna get down to business.
Oh, okay.
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 And I'm about to Sherlock Holmes what the freak is going on.
There's a lot
Because
of
I know-
references.
Thank you.
We don't have
Thank
any
you.
money for these
Two
copyrights,
references?
man.
That's a lot. Slow down, too.
I was attempting. I know that
so
Chester's
many
gone.
sponsors, I don't
Okay, I saw the smoke. And I know that my boy who just beat me in an arm wrestle is dead because I've been to his grave. So,
That
like,
doesn't mean that.
I know something's up and I'm going to figure it out.
Okay. So how are you feeling? You feeling a little weird?
You betcha. I know. I want to find the door that we came through, but I can't find a door, I assume.
Give me a D20.
But do we have to do this? we all know how this is going to go.
Yeah, so like you look around and you don't see the door. It's all just Chester,
Okay, it's
like
just
the way
Chester.
you had it.
Okay. Man, this is where we get to the tough part. I'm gonna look around for inconsistencies.
Okay. Okay, so like, what are you looking for? So you're you being a longtime citizen of Chester, you were able to, you know your way around the place. Like it's like the back of your hand. Especially being a guard. This was your post.
It's my hood.
Yeah. So, it looks identical to the exact place you left. Like it is.
Okay, real quick clarification. Left when we dipped out, or when we were chasing a bear or
Before.
something?
Yeah,
Before,
all the way back.
before you were hunting the bear.
Okay.
Oh wow,
So I know that's wrong.
that was like 13 episodes ago, man.
Yeah, so you know everything looks exactly the same as to your average life in Chester before you went to the ruins.
Okay. I'm going to try and use my wind power just to see if I can.
Okay.
Just make a little breeze or something.
What do you do?
Nothing
Level 4.
complicated. You know, I just
Do you
breathe
pull
in
fire
and
at
out.
someone?
And I'm just going to, like, make a little breeze toward
Okay.
a tree or something.
How
Is
do you
there
go
a breeze
about
outside
this?
already?
Trying to conjure this wind.
I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus up. I'm going to breathe deeply. I'm going to concentrate. Don't have time to meditate, but I'm doing it anyways.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to imagine just a little breeze coming through the town. Just
Give me a d20 for this one.
blow on it.
Come on,
Get it?
Ebby needs a new pair of...
Get it because it was wind.
He didn't
Yeah.
say spit on
No
it.
one laughed, so if you could please. Thank you.
We'll add in some laughter.
That'd be a 5.
A 5? Okay. So you're sitting there thinking, and it's the weirdest thing, like, lately, ever since you first used your gift and were able to connect with Winn-Dixie, there's always been, like, this small, like, itch in the back of your mind. It could kind of, like, you'd brush up against, and then, like, it would, you would know it's there, but there's, like, no connection to that at all. That itch isn't there. It's like a ringing in your ears almost, but only, like, not as annoying, but, like, you know it's there. And you just have no connection with it at all. You don't sense it. You don't feel it. It's like nothing.
Dixie.
Winn-Dixie, my love. Freak, man. Okay.
So no wind.
No wind came through the town. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, dope.
I want to use wind.
clarify
Okay, there's
that.
not an itch.
There's no wish. There's so ringing. There's no wish.
Cool.
Perfect.
For those of you with an IQ lower than 70, no wind.
Okay, so I'm going. So the town looks the same. The countryside looks the same, but it's the same as too long ago. And so I
Yeah.
am going to. What do I do at this point? I'm stuck with no way out. Even though I know it's messed up, and all my homies are just dipping back to their normal life. So, do I beat someone up? That'd be cool. That'd be dope.
I love that. That's your first thought. You're being awarded as like the most like ceremonial guard in the whole city, and your first thought is,
Whose
I'm gonna
ass
go
am I
pick a
gonna
fight.
Whose ass am I gonna kick?
hey, that's why crime rate is down in Chester.
That's
Dale.
right.
Not because the town is small.
It's intimidation.
It's intimidation.
I'm
Edmund
scared
will
of
just kick the
Edmund.
crap out of
That's
you.
why you're getting the.
Shoot, even if you're not a criminal, he'll just
I'll
kick the
just-
shit out of you.
Just kick the door open, some 3-foot dwarf comes into your house.
you my bitch.
What you doing? Cooking dinner? Alright. You walk back out.
Darn it.
you're
Edmund,
cooking
is
us.
it that time of the month already?
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Just axe down the door and leave.
Okay, I've got a thing. I'm gonna go off into the woods or some secluded place and just think of how to get out of the situation.
Okay, cool. So you head back up the trail outside of Chester. You pass the same like rivers as usual. You make your way back up to your cabin. You see your nice like windows and like I would imagine Edmer has like some cactuses chilling in his window.
Cool.
Up
Middle
here.
of the forest.
maybe.
Petunias,
Middle
there
of
you
the
go.
forest. There's a cactus.
So everything looks just as you left it. You continue offward, and you pass Balaron carrying this huge buck on Windjammer. He just walks right
With
past
one
you.
hand.
And yeah, you make your way into the woods, and you find this nice little grove that you sit down in. There's like a fallen tree that you sit on, and you're just thinking by the river. And the strangest thing comes to your mind. You hear a whisper,
Oh snap!
and all it says is, "Remember me."